Hi everyone, welcome to Better Crafts and Goodies. I hope you're okay. We've got another shop with me coming now. We're going into B&M. Let's go and have a look and see what Christmas decorations they've got. Gosh, it's a bit fresh today. So when you first come in the store, they have like a few gifts and stuff, but the main stuff is round the other side, so we'll just walk round. Right, so we're nice and early, the store's quite quiet. Look at the size of these teddies, my word, these are £40. There's some great ones in there. There's some huge teddy bears. There's like a massive strawberry. I love you very much. Phoebe would like that, but she's got so many teddies on her bed already. There's a massive Hello Kitty there. Gosh, there's loads. Right, where should we go first? Well, it's sport for choice. Absolute sport for choice. Look, we've got all these rows down here. Well, I suppose we could start up here, couldn't we, really? This is the chocky kind of aisle. And obviously they do loads of different gift sets and things, treats, packs, sets. And they do stuff that you can make up for hampers. So say, for instance, you've got chutneys. See, my dad, this would be good for something like him. You could kind of like, I mean, I've got his present, but like different chutneys, pickles and things like that. There's preserves. You could make a really nice gift basket up. We've got hot chocolate selection there. And again, you could kind of break those up. Let's go down here. I mean, you've got a little chutney and cracker set down there anyway. What's this here? Milk chocolate flavoured disc with mallow topper. Oh, look, you can pop that on your hot choc. There's a white one there. Look, someone's had a little squish of that. Look, they're not eating it. I think they've just kind of squished it a little bit. Let's pop those in there. What are these here? Reindeers. We've got all their cookies. Reindeer cookies, they're £2. There's a Christmas Santa mug up there, so they're great for Christmas Eve. They're £3. What have we got down here? Santa's Cookie Workshop. So this is basically Santa's Workshop. So it's like a gingerbread house, but it's a workshop, and that's £4. That's really good, actually. There's a chocolate factory down there, so that would be good for like a Christmas Eve thing if you want to put sprinkles and all sorts of things on the top. Breakfast set, toast place set if you like Biscoff. What's that there? Favourite selections. Nestle, you've got Lion, bars, Rolos, Kit Kats, that sort of thing. It's a sweet selection. So that's £5. You get all your little penny sweets, which are not a penny anymore, but they were when I was younger. Snowman candy floss. These are cute little things for stocking fillers or for Christmas Eve. We've got some different Christmas cookies there. There's reindeers and penguins and snowman. Here we've got a Christmas treat tin. That's £3. Licorice favourites down there. That's not £1, it's just a different label. There's a movie night set there, and this section is lots of like different packets. It looks a bit messy, to be fair. Phoebe would love to tidy all this up. Right, and then down this section we've got different dairy milks, again the puds. We've got a large Cadbury's mini snowball bar there. There's a smaller one here. Got a chocolate Santa, a Kinder chocolate Santa for £2.50. Some mini baubles for the tree. Do you know, when we used to have those when we were young, my brother used to take the chocolate out and leave the wrapper on the tree. Didn't bother Mum. Well, it might have bothered her, but yeah, it was just kind of a bit of a joke. We always knew who stole the chocolate. Got some mini Yule logs. They're good to kind of have in for a little treat. I think every single year I've thought, shall I make a Yule log? Never have. Never got round to it. Maybe this year I will, or maybe not. I don't know. Right, let's have a look at the decorations, because I really fancy looking at some decorations. There's quite a lot of Christmassy bits in here, but Let's have a look and see what's here. So we've got some ribbon down this section. This is like all the wrapping and doing bits, and then we've got this aisle's quite a large one. We've got loads of decorations and baubles along the top. That one's there's £20. There's lots of massive baubles this year, which I've noticed. Yeah, I don't know, it must be a thing. You must have a big tree or do a nice display or something with those. Here we have lots of ribbon. But again, I mean, obviously if it's got sort of like Christmas wording on, you can't really use it every year, but during the year, sorry. But this sort of thing, lots of those you could sort of just buy and, you know, use at different times of the year. We've got a ribbon bow set there, that's £2. They've got that in green and they've got like a white one as well. But see this one, that's quite pretty. That's £1 for 2 different rolls. There's some bows. These are good for £4. You get loads in there, look. And I always find it's best to get these when you see them because they do sell out, and then when you're kind of scrabbling about in December trying to wrap up, you can't get things like gift bags, bows. I've done it before myself, so I know that it happens. So just get them when you see them. I say this quite often on the channel. So gift bags, these are £1.25. Lots of kind of different designs. There's a letter to Santa in there. That's £1. That's really good. It's not expensive, is it, really? You've got the big bags down there, the £2 ones. I've noticed this kind of design's quite popular, the sort of lollipop things this year. Let's have a look at the crackers. So the crackers are cheaper in here than in the range. There's a pack here, they're £8. These are quite nice, these baubles at the top there, they're £10 for a set of 9, and then you get 18 in there, and that's kind of like a snowy snowball effect, and greens and golds. These crackers are just £4. Tell you something I've noticed on my Christmas shopping travels, there's lots of velvet things this year, lots of red velvet bows. So obviously you've got that one. There's some green ones which Ebony would love. I think this is the last pack. She would really like those, so I might pick those up, see whether she wants to do a display with them. There's a bow and tag set, but yeah, I've seen them about a lot. These are £3. She's bought her wrapping paper this year. She bought it from John Lewis, I think, like a Santa one. This is decorator's mesh, so obviously if you're doing, you know, the little lollipops, the reds and the gold, reds and whites and things, that would be really good for that. But yeah, so she's bought a paper from there. She did want some from TK Maxx, but it's sold out. Right, so we've got some blue items here. This is quite a pretty blue, to be fair, like a cobalt blue. Got velour. That kind of look is about a lot, isn't it? Now these might go on my tree. You know, I said to you I've been looking for some like beads and things. They might go quite nicely. These are £5. I'm not sure about that middle part, but it's quite good because while I'm doing the videos for you, it gives me a chance to have a little look as well. That's £10. Cut out star with seam was £10, now £5. So that lights up. It's just £5 now. Got a light up star, like a tree topper. That lights up as well. These are pretty. Look at these. These are £3. They're nice. Again, I like to buy things like this for all year round. You hear me say that a lot as well. Here we have bells with cones and things on. They're pretty. You could put that on a wreath maybe. That's like a peacock kind of effect. What have we got here? I think this is like the one I've got. These are great. I love them. I never had one for years and years, but they go around the bottom of a tree if you've not seen them before. It just hides all the kind of unsightly bits. They've got £10, good price because they feel quite nice quality. This is like a beigey coloured one. That's a pink one. That's like Phoebe's one. Our little nativity set there, that's £10. You could set that out. Kids love nativities. This is something that in fact, I think I might pick that up for Alfie and Izzy because they love those sorts of things. Some gonks down the bottom, some mice. I don't know why mice have become quite Christmassy, but that's so cute. Look at him, look, £5. He's funny. Is that a candle? Oh, that's really cute. It's like a snow scene. Let me just, look, snowy scene. Obviously it's not got water in it because look, it's a candle. That's really cute. Look at the little designs in there. This one's like a little driving home for Christmas kind of one with a tree on the top. What have we got here? Oh, they're like a rocking horse. We've got a train here with some presents on the top. Oh, look. That's cute. I just love snow globes. These are a really good price for £7. All of my kids have their own snow globe from when they were young, and we still put them out. You may have seen them in previous videos. So we bought them all one, and I still put them out now. There's a family gingerbread sign. There's a train. That's £12. Yeah, they're just really cute, aren't they? They do so much now. It just makes you wonder how people think of all these different designs. That's £2.50. What's this here? This says "Snow Much Fun. Try me." All right, hang on. Let's press this then, guys. Aww. A little mince pie. This is a very kind of jelly catty themed. These are good. Phoebe would like these. There's a sweet. Again, some more of the bows. There's some pink ones, £3. So they're £3. So those green ones would have been £3. What's this? Santa Claus sweet shop. Little sign. Gingerbread village. Gosh, I'd need that for my kitchen. And that's another kind of snow globey thing. That's £18. What else have we got? We've got Santa chair covers. Got the naughty elves. So if you want some naughty elves. See, they say they're naughty, but they don't have to be naughty. You can just kind of have them. The kids can have them and sort of like they can do little things. They don't have to do naughty things, I suppose. They're quite sweet, aren't they? What are these? Tree decorations. They're kind of cups and mugs. What else have we got? These are some baubles with some candy canes in. They've got lots in here, haven't they? Some tree kind of plushies down the bottom. Right, what we're going to do is really carefully spin round. And we've got sort of greens and creams this side. There's a Noel sign, that's £10. This little light up is £3.50. Again, these are great for doing like little scenes and things if you wanted to do that. We've got a green gonk there. How much is that? Not sure. Spin it round. £8 for that one. So here's some garland, wooden garland. That might go quite nicely with my tree. They're £5. We've got some small gonks down the bottom. They're £2.50 on like a little log. And there's a cream one. They're £3 for those. These are £7. There's so many gonks still. They're really popular, aren't they? These are £7. These are kind of like a fluffy bow. They're quite cute. A light up house, that's £8. This is nice for a table centerpiece. You can put that in the middle of your Christmas table, or you know, when you put your decorations out, you can pop that out. And there's a smaller one, that's £5. That's like a star. And they've also got it in red. I don't want to pull them out because they're kind of balanced a little bit in there, so I'll just leave them. There's some Santa sacks. They're £9. But again, yeah, these bows, I've seen these about on TikTok quite a bit as well. Like a massive bow that you kind of put on your tree. Everyone's gone bow mad, haven't they? Some of the big baubles again. And the greens. The greens are really nice. There's quite a lot of green decks about. Got your storage bags. There's some of the blue at the top there, £10. And then they've got the initialed stockings over here. These are a £5, which is not bad. And they feel really good quality, actually. And again, if you want anything with initials on, get it when you see it, because obviously they are trickier to get. Faux fur stocking, that's white and they've got like a creamy colour. That is a bargain, that's really good. Let's look down here. Got some Santas, there's Santa in a sleigh, Nutcracker. What's this? Some bells, they're £5. Again, some more of the kind of velvety bows. There's a Santa sack, that's £6. Honestly, I'm shocked at how good quality that stocking was. It's really good. And then we've got loads of different nutcrackers there. Look at how many they've got of those. And there's some bigger ones, they're 15. That one's down to £7.50 from 15. Right, what have we got here? These are £3.50. Some sparkly butterflies. Again, they'd be good all year round. £4 for these ones. We've got some pine cones. Got some gold baubles at the top. So what have we got down here? Again, some red and green. There we go. Right, let's have a look on the next bit. Some more Santa sacks on the end there as well. £8 for those, and I think the ones there, these are £4, I think, for those. Right, let's have a look now. Which section shall we go? Have a quick look down this aisle. We've got the gift hamper basket, so you can make your own, as I was saying, like with the chutneys and stuff. There's some slippers, so if you want some slippers and socks for like a Christmas Eve box. There's pyjamas, Cozy Club, Merry Christmas, and then pigs in blanket pyjamas. Ginormous baubles at the top there, £12 for 3. And then if you want to do your own garlands, so we've got a snowy garland down the bottom, which is £10. You can put all the little bits and pieces on yourself if you want to. We've got some garland greenery, so you can make that into like a display. You can put that over a fireplace. You know, that'd look really nice over that. We've got some more similar, but it's a bit thicker. That's £12. Again, you can add extra bows, baubles, things like that. You can just put them on. We've got some ready done garland here. The lights are not that bright, but they have clicked on. There's a tree down there, which is £12 in a pot. Got some more garlands here. The natural kind of garland looks pretty. You know which one I'm looking at, don't you? This one, this big pink one. Although the one that I do like is in the range. Okay, so I've got some more here. What are these actually called? Star garland. That's £6. These are £8 for the red one. And this is quite nice, this blue one. So if that's kind of your colour scheme, that's £30. This is quite cute as well. I like them with like the rustic kind of bells on. I think that looks quite good. There's a blank one here, like a plain one for £7, so you can again decorate them. It looks squashed, but all this will all puff out, so you can all sort of, you know, bring it out. You can put some like fake snow on it as well, so you can really zhuzh them up, you know. And then we've got some sort of more natural kind of rustic ones there. The ones at the top here are £6. These are £6, and then 10 down the bottom for those. And on this side we have lights and bits that go outside. So we've got like a snowflake there, that's 15. They've got things like starlights. It's a really good place to come actually for lights in here. They've got like a projector there if you want sort of something like that for the kids. They're just £8. There's the icicles at the bottom. I've got cool white. I don't know if they've got warm. But obviously, you know, it's things like cool, warm, coloured. So everyone kind of has their preference, don't they? So you can kind of see the prices there, 15, 10, 6, that sort of thing. We've also got some different pyjamas there, kids' pyjamas. They're £5 for the small, and they kind of go up, £5, £6. And there's £8 for some ladies' ones, and they're kind of like fleecy. All sorts of different sizes. They go up to 20, 22. There's size 24, 26 there. There's 12 to 14, 8 to 10. So they've got a good range of sizes as well in those. A few different more designs there too in the pyjamas. Right, let's have a look around the next section. Right, let's pop up to this bit. We have bits and pieces for the kitchen. So we've got an Elf reusable drinking bottle. This is like a little snack bottle. So you have your drink at the bottom and then you put your snacks, popcorn or sweets or whatever in the top. Mug with a little hat. So again, you get your kind of your Christmas Eve mugs here. That's $3.50. What have we got? That lights up with a tree on the top. Got a mug here, cappuccino mug, £3. There's a gingerbread mug. That's, how much is that one? That's £3 as well. So these are a little bit mismatchy, a bit messy, but looks like they've had lots of shoppers in here and nobody facing up last night by the look of it. What have we got here? They look like tea bag holders, you know, so you can pop them in the kitchen, which is quite cute. Plate there for little ones, put snacks or food in. We've got some cutlery holders. We've got a silicone mould there for gingerbread. Some tea towels. There's a gingerbread one and then there's a Santa one down the bottom. Got some cosy cushions at the top. What else have we got? So there's a plate. This is kind of placemats. That's a Santa one and puddings. Got some plates there. These are plasticky. We've got some different candles and reed diffusers here. What's this one? A festive sponge. Every home should have one, surely. Crikey. But you can even have a festive brush there just to happily, merrily clean your pots. Maybe it won't make us cooks feel so bad being in the kitchen. Trying to treat us too. What's this here? Oh, drinking cups. We've got some ice cube trays. These are silicone moulds. We've got a Santa one there and I'm presuming they're gingerbread. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Tablecloths. The white clean tablecloths are always handy. What's over here? We've got loads of bits in, haven't they? Looks like a gingerbread cushion up there. That would be me, wouldn't it? Love it, love it. Bit of mistletoe. Right, what's this here? Festive Moments candle. There's a jar. You could fill that with all sorts of goodies. That's £2. It's got a gingerbread character on the front. And then at the back there, oh, there's some at the front too. There's some small ones. So again, you could put those in the kids' little Christmas Eve boxes or just get them some bits. I know a lot of people do presents early December, like activities and stuff. You know, you can pick up lots of like cheap activities. I know they give them December the 1st when the elves arrive. That's a tea light holder. That's cute. That's £2.50. This is an oil burner. I like the stickers and they tell you like what they are, because some things you like have no idea what that is. That's frosted winter berry candle. There's quite a few of those gone, so maybe they smell nice. These are £3.50. There's a Santa one there as well. What's this one? This is a gingerbread cookie. That's £2.50. Let me smell. That smells quite nice. There's one there, winter spice. Again, they're great, like little added kind of presents as well. Oh, here's some more of the candle with like a snow globe type thing on the top. Oh, I think the house is a bit broken on that. That needs sticking down. But they're a really cute idea, aren't they? Well, we haven't thought about that before. Ah, here's some more bows. Look at these. Velvet, a bow, a napkin ring. Again, do you see what I mean about the bows everywhere? Everything's kind of traditional, like greens and reds this year, which is quite nice to see, to be fair. What's this down there? This is intriguing me a bit. A reed diffuser. Apple cedar wood, £5. And there's a gingerbread cookie one. That's £5. And then the winter spice as well. What are these? again, we've got our instructional sticker, I am a candle. I'm glad you told me because I had no idea. I honestly didn't, to be fair. And we've got the mats for the front door. That's £7 for that one. Seeing what other designs they've got. There's a few under there, but I don't really want to battle with those. Got your trays and things, your food platters. What's this? This is frosted winterberry. That's £6. I'll do a different one there. That looks like it's got oranges in. Clementine spice. That's £6. Someone's popped a candle back there. That's £2.50. One of those other ones. And they also do loads and loads of gift sets. So if you're looking for presents, it is a good place to get your gift sets from, I have to say. You know, you've got your Nivea, so you've got those. You've got things like trimmers, nose trimmers, hair trimmers, ear trimmers, hair dryers, curlers, straighteners. There's some Remington ones there. They're quite good, Remington. So they do like little makeup gift sets, bits with like nail varnishes. Here we've got bath scissors. Oops, these are just £5 for those. Loads of like little bits and pieces. There's a lip sleeping mask set. Brushes. Got a face mask set there. But as you can see, like the colours are so bright and they're just really inviting. What's that? That's a mug and some socks. We've got some smoothie cup shaped lip balm trio. They're £3. Body butters. Different scents at the top there. I don't know what they smell like. They're only £3.99. Hello Kitty sort of lip balms, bath fizzers. Got some Stitch stuff. I know that's been quite popular this year. What else have we got? Again, the ladies Nivea sets there. So yeah, they do lots of kind of sets. They'll call them smelly sets in the past, which some people found quite funny, but let me know if you call them smelly sets. Obviously we're trying to not be smelly, but you know, that's what I've always called them. Right, let's go around this section, see what's down here. Got some bits for the dogs there. And there'll be a cat section, I would imagine, very shortly. So let's not forget the pets. Hot water bottle. I need to pick a hot water bottle up actually for Ebony. So I'll find her one of those. She's got one of these long ones, but it's absolutely dicing with your death every time you try and fill it. And obviously Mum's the one that fills it. So it kind of like splashes up and I feel crikey. So I'm going to get her a smaller one. Got some cat hot water bottles. I think these are the ones that you put in the microwave, maybe. Let's have a look. I'm not really sure. Heating instructions. Me with no glasses on, have no hope of reading that. Hand warmers. And then there's things like little socks and stuff. Honestly, you get so many stocking fillers in here. Just everywhere. Cat throw. We've got some more hot water bottles at the bottom. What have we got here? A notebook. Alfie loves Minecraft, so I might get him this little notebook. Yeah, I think he would like that. I have to remember to pop back and get the things that I've seen, and then when I edit the video I think, oh, I want that. What have we got here? Again, this is good. Look, £5. 2026 monthly planner. That is so cute. Ebs would love this. It's got these boots and these things remind her of Harry Styles, so she would definitely love this. That's so cute. Let's pop that down there. I could spend a fortune when I'm rounding about making these videos. What have we got? Feel Good Crew. What's this? A trinket tray. Yeah, she'd love all that. We've got some months there. January girls, February girls. I'm a July girl myself. And then different games, so games that you can play at Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve. There's a disco mouse mat, or you can have a pizza mouse mat if you want one. Or there's a vinyl record one, so if you know someone that loves their music, that's a good little prezzy. I can't get that back in. There we go. I feel like they're all going to fall now. Someone that likes golf, there's a putter there, so obviously the balls return back. What's that, ping pong game? That is 4. A few other gifts down here. There's an alarm clock, a retro kind of alarm clock there, neon. There's a gaming mouse mat, party mic. We've got a neon sign there, and then a ring light at the top. What else have we got down here? Again, like lots of little bits and bobs. There's a Minecraft mug, or glass should I say, with straws with characters on. Got Pokemon, Marvel, Hello Kitty, and then on this side we've got more of the pet stuff. So we've got some winter pet beds down the bottom, and some different kind of toys and things. This is kind of old Poochie Vuitton. So Misty Pool, Poochie Vuitton bed, that's £20. £20 for that one. This is quite a nice one. I have to get colours that match my dog, because if they molt, then obviously you don't want to see that. So some cat stuff here. How much are they? £3 for that one. Catnip liquor, they're £1.50. Got some sparkly mice there, £2. Oh, that's cute. Look, a paw print bauble, that's £2 as well. And then we've got some scratch little cardboard items that they can chew and scratch. They're, how much are they? £1.50. What's this here? Winter paws. That's £4.50. That squeaks as well. These are £2. These are little squeaky dog toys. What's this one? That's like just like a ball for £1. And you can even have some festive poo bags if you want those for £1.50. Got a bird feeder, ceramic bauble bird feeder. Don't forget our little feathered friends outside in the cold. And these are Christmas jumpers for dogs. There's like reindeer ones, there's Santa ones, there's a Christmas tree. Oh look, I believe in Santa paws. There's another one there, little Christmas sack for the dog. These are like little fleecy tops from sort of £7, £9, that sort of thing. What have we got here? These crinkle and squeak. These are £5. So if you've got a big dog, they'll obviously be able to pick those up. These are good. Look at those, £5 an octopus. And then we've got a wintry teddy there for £5. Oh look, you can get yourself a turkey down here with a pull bit on. That squeaks as well, that's £3.50. And then that's a sloth. So a lot of them have got sort of like kind of tassely things on the bottom that the dogs can kind of grab hold of and pull, which is quite good. Oh, that's a funny little one, look at that. I like that one. Yeah, again, so can you see that they've got like a character on the top, and then they've got bits they can pull and tug and stuff. I think that squeaks. Yeah, that's quite a good one as well. Got a cat mistletoe toy. There's like a little, I'm sure they hate it when we put things like this on them, but we love it, don't we? There's a catnip pickle. So of course every home should have one. And then there's some like little treats and chews, and there's an advent calendar at the top there as well. Right, in this section there's all sorts of different trees. So if you're looking for a new tree, this snowy one here is 5 foot and it is £50. There's a big one there. How much is that one? That's a 7-foot pre-lit. That's 140. What have we got down here? We've got gaming fridges. There's mirrors. A sweet dispenser. That's £15. It says heat and eat. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but candy floss maker. All my kids had these. They lasted the day, and then not anymore, but they're great fun. Sausage roll maker. Again, not sure why you'd want one of those, but there you go. Drinks trolley. If you want to pop them out for your Christmassy. There's things like cupcake maker, chocolate fountain. There's a marshmallow toasting kind of thing there, so you've got all your snacks around the edge. £25. Phoebe loves stuff like this. I think she's got all these. Crepe maker. There's a waffle maker, and the waffle makers are all right, to be fair. Got tumblers. What is this? Prosecco dispenser. Whoa, that's a new level, isn't it? Different lights. As you can see, they have a lot. This is a hot chocolate or coffee milk frother. I love a hot chocolate, so to be fair, I'd quite like that if anybody wants to get me that knows me. Courtney's got a really posh one, but I don't want to use that. And then there's sort of like massagers, that sort of thing. But there we go. So that is my B&M, guys. We've had a good look round. Hopefully I've inspired you to come and have a little look. Just obviously still while I'm winding up, showing you more stuff. Again, we've got the gift sets and things over here. A huge box of Pringles pretzels at the top. There's even Status Quo. What is that? Alcohol-free lager up there. So there's alcohol sets like Copperberg ciders. We've got a Rudolph cake down the bottom. But that is about it. So hopefully you've enjoyed coming and having a look with me. I've enjoyed taking you. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and also you can check out some of my previous videos too. But that's it for me. I hope you're all okay, and I'll see you soon. You take care. Bye.